Find your seat. Know that you're sitting. I think no one's lying down. Feel the weight at the bottom of your sensory experience, the gravity, the heaviness at the contact with the floor. How does your mind mold around weight, sense of weight and heaviness tonight? How does it feel to your mind? Is it anxiety producing to notice the weight? Or is it feel like it's sort of drawing you down and stretching you out? Can you lift away with the breath from that sense of weight and feel the lightness in the in-breath and the lifting sensation? And then feel the settling sensations in the out-breath and then increased weight. Now, how does it feel to have done that exercise? Did it reduce the anxiety? If you don't know, let's try it again. Notice the weight, the contact, heaviness in the legs, ankles, floor, shins, knees, whatever, feet, buttocks. And leave that weight there and notice any reaction to it. And now breathe and lift with the breath and feel the lightness extend the sensory experience upwards on the in-breath. Feel the release on the out. People say change is stressful, but when you notice a phenomena is constantly changing, it can be relieving to know that it's changing. We can create an image of an event, notice heaviness in the seat, and suddenly that makes us think of the heaviness of the week, or can feel like a illness in the body almost, and cause some anxiety, and then just introduce in one breath some peace and relaxation, some change. Suddenly we can let go. We realize it's just a thought image of heaviness and it was reactivity. We can let it go by just noticing the present moment. So this is just to demonstrate an example of mindfulness. Most of you know this already. So mindfulness isn't creating an image of reality and then reacting to that image of reality. It's staying in the flow, the ever-changing flow of experience. And experience is psychophysical. It's the great discovery of the Buddha. It's dependent origination. It's a fancy term, but the world is not purely materialistic, nor is it purely mind. And it's an intermingled combination of the two. So just notice the mind molding around the present experience, wanting to hold it and react, and then reactivity begins there. The minute we lose contact with present moment sensation, the mind becomes reactive because a thought forms about that. Once a thought is formed, it's too late. We're in reactivity, and outside of equanimity and peace and calm. So try and make a determination to react to the present moment. To try and be in the present moment. Try and follow each changing sensation that's arising. One way to do that is through the sensations of the in-breath and the out-breath. It's important to tether the mind to something. Let's take the breath. You can feel the breath, the coolness at the nostrils, relative dryness in the palate and the back of the throat. It's drier than the out-breath. You can notice that expansion of the shoulders in all directions. You can notice a more spacious feeling in the heart on the in-breath, and maybe a less spacious on the out-breath. You can notice the abdomen expanding when you breathe in and contracting when you breathe out. See if you can notice other micro movements in the body. You might, on an in-breath, the chin might come up 1 millimeter, and on an out-breath, it might drop 1 millimeter. In in-breath, you might pull towards the left a little, or to the right, depending on your stronger abdominal muscles. And you might recenter on the out-breath and sink towards the back, lower back on the out-breath. And every breath has a different emphasis to it, different aspects to it. We can become fascinated with reality. Instead of the mind is always constantly trying to freeze frame its version of reality and react to it. But reality is always changing. It's not freeze frameable. Suffering comes when we freeze frame it. We don't notice all the details. When we slow down and we notice details, we free ourselves from this type of suffering, this type of thinking about reality, rather than truly sensing it and living it. And reality, the flow of reality, is actually comfortable. We can actually be happier here. The mind has this idea that the way out of suffering is to freeze it, so it can control it, alter it, change it. So it sets itself up as a controller. It's much more relaxing when the mind notices it's not here to manage reality. Find peace and awakening. We're here just to get out of the way. Maybe there's a coolness that's non-physiological, like a coolness in the heart that's spreading like an arc or expanding into the body, or maybe there's a sense of vibration rising into the heart on the in-breath, and cleansing on the out. Get fascinated with some aspect of the breath and learn from it. Let it steep your mind in the flow of reality. Notice how and when suffering arises. What kind of resistance is presenting itself? Whether it's a resistance of pulling something to you or pushing it away, or being so distracted with thoughts that you don't have the clarity yet to know. So just stay with the present moment. If you notice your mind's drifting away, just bring it back to reality. Sensory reality. We use this word in this tradition called a nimitta. It's when you're following along really carefully, sensory experience. Suddenly, there's this feeling of connection, openness. Tension will brighten. Sometimes visions will appear. Not like an external thing, but like an actual window into your own experience. Sometimes it's just a good feeling, a sense of well-being. And the art of cultivating that into samadhi is to allow that sense of well-being or brightening just to be and to expand, to connect it with each in-breath and out-breath. Might be just a sense of love in the heart. Sense of promise or hope. Some brightening quality. And it will expand and grow if you focus on the in-breath. Let the breathing feed it. The nimitta can, after you give it some time and it builds energetically, you can place the whole focus on it. Place the whole mind on that spreading, flowing feeling of well-being. Let it spread and expand everywhere. Keep the body relaxed and the breath natural. Notice the breath slowing down, taking fewer and fewer breaths, and yet the body feels more oxygenated. More awake. Kind of a nurturing sense, parental, gentle proximity to that well-being, allowing the sense of well-being to snowball with each breath. Like a internal energetic massage. It can be very cleansing. Mind should feel very steady and clear now. See if you can just trust this ever-changing reality as pleasurable. Let's really let go and surrender. Get out of the way. Instead of concentrating the mind, let the breath be interesting. Let that be the stickiness that brings the mind into it. So the mind can't get away. Let yourself smile and appreciate this moment and the next, without wanting to cling to it. Begin reflecting on your experience. How was your experience of sensory flow? Was it restful? Did you notice the difference between thought and distractions and that flow? Did you get a sense that you can stabilize in sensory flow? That thoughts can arise but not capture you. They look like artificial attempts to alter that flow, but they don't succeed. They only capture attention for a moment. Did you get any insights into the nature of suffering, nature of reality? Were you able to expand your view, challenge a freeze frame that you thought was reality? Begin watching details change. Were you able to see any suffering lighten as a result, or unburden? Do you have any moments of pleasure or well-being, or a thrilling energy maybe? Something slightly blissful, even orgasmic, or something brightening or clarifying in the breath? Just cultivate some gratitude for this practice, for your fellow friends and meditators, for the tradition that preserved these teachings for thousands of years. Spread some metta, or loving kindness to everyone in this room. Feel all the hearts connected as one. See the true equality of presence. That we all share. Try and shine in this oneness, this connection, brightening the hearts of others. Wish all beings Find freedom from suffering. Find peace, wholeness, and wellness. Keep wishing all beings well. May they be free from suffering. May they experience the fruits of their good actions. May they live happily and at ease.